Electrical panels provide a central distribution point for electrical power within a building. They have circuit breakers or fuses that protect individual circuits from overloads. When accessing an electrical panel, safety is paramount. Always de-energize the panel if possible, or exercise extreme caution. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and eye protection. Never touch any bare wires or components within the panel. Electrical panels typically contain a main breaker that shuts off power to the entire panel. Individual branch circuit breakers protect specific circuits within the building. These breakers are designed to trip or automatically disconnect if the current in a circuit exceeds its rated capacity. This prevents overheating and potential fires. When working with circuit breakers, it is important to identify the circuit that you are working on. This can be done by turning off the breaker and testing the circuit to ensure that it is de-energized. Never work on a live circuit unless absolutely necessary. If you must work on a live circuit, use extreme caution and follow all safety procedures. Electrical panels are typically labeled to indicate the circuits that they protect. This labeling is important for identifying the correct breaker to turn off when working on a circuit. The labeling can also be used to identify the purpose of each circuit. Electrical panels should be inspected regularly to ensure that they are in good condition. Look for any signs of damage, such as cracks, corrosion, or loose wires. If you find any damage, have the panel repaired by a qualified electrician. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides detailed requirements for the installation and maintenance of electrical panels. The NEC is a set of standards that are designed to ensure the safe installation and use of electricity. It's a good idea to understand the basics of how electricity works. Electricity is the flow of electrons through a conductor. Voltage is the electrical potential difference between 2 points. Amperage is the rate of flow of electrons. Resistance is the opposition to the flow of electrons. Ohm's law states that voltage is equal to current times resistance. Understanding these basic concepts can help you to troubleshoot electrical problems and work safely with electricity. Circuit breakers are designed to protect circuits from overloads and short circuits. An overload occurs when the current in a circuit exceeds its rated capacity. A short circuit occurs when there is a direct connection between two ungrounded conductors. Circuit breakers are designed to trip automatically when an overload or short circuit occurs. This prevents overheating and potential fires. There are two main types of circuit breakers: thermal and magnetic. Thermal circuit breakers trip when the bimetallic strip heats up and bends, opening the circuit. Magnetic circuit breakers trip when the magnetic field created by the current is strong enough to trip the breaker. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are designed to protect people from electrical shock. GFCIs monitor the current flowing in the hot and neutral conductors of a circuit. If there is a difference in current of 5 mA or more, the GFCI will trip, interrupting the circuit. GFCIs are typically installed in areas where there is a risk of water contact, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor outlets. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or RFCIs, are designed to protect against electrical fires caused by arcing faults. Arcing faults occur when there is an unintentional electrical discharge between two conductors. RFCIs can detect these arcing faults and trip the circuit, preventing a fire. RFCIs are typically installed in bedrooms and other areas where people sleep. When selecting a circuit breaker, it is important to choose the correct size for the circuit. The size of the circuit breaker should be based on the ampacity of the wires in the circuit. The ampacity of a wire is the maximum amount of current that it can safely carry. The NEC provides tables that list the ampacity of different types of wires. It is also important to consider the voltage rating of the circuit breaker. The voltage rating of the circuit breaker must be equal to or greater than the voltage of the circuit. When installing the circuit breaker, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions. The circuit breaker should be properly seated in the panel and securely connected to the wires. The wires should be properly sized and insulated. The panel should be properly grounded. Electrical panels should be kept clean and dry. Dust and moisture can cause corrosion and other problems. The Panels should be inspected regularly for any signs of damage. If you find any damage, have the panel repaired by a qualified electrician. Never attempt to repair an electrical panel yourself unless you are a qualified electrician. Electricity is dangerous and can cause serious injury or death. Always follow all safety procedures when working with electricity. Always turn off the power to the circuit before working on it. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate personal protective equipment. Never touch any bare wires or components within the panel. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. The NEC Table 310.15b16 provides ampacity ratings for conductors. These ratings are based on the type of insulation, the size of the conductor, and the ambient temperature. The ampacity of a conductor decreases as the ambient temperature increases. It is important to select the correct size conductor for the application to ensure that it can safely carry the required current. The NEC also provides requirements for the grounding of electrical systems. Grounding is the process of connecting the electrical system to the earth. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, which helps to protect people from electrical shock. The grounding system must be properly installed and maintained to ensure that it is effective. The NEC requires that all electrical equipment be properly labeled. Labeling is important for identifying the purpose of each circuit and for providing information about the equipment. The label should be clear and easy to read. The label should be permanently attached to the equipment. Electrical panels are an essential part of any electrical system. They provide a central distribution point for electrical power and protect individual circuits from overloads. It is important to understand the basics of how electrical panels work and to follow all safety procedures when working with them. Always hire a qualified electrician to do any electrical work that you are not comfortable doing yourself. Regular maintenance is key to keeping your electrical panel functioning safely and efficiently. Check for loose connections, corrosion, and any signs of damage. A visual inspection can often reveal potential problems before they escalate. Ensure all breakers are properly labeled to avoid confusion during troubleshooting or emergencies. Keep the area around the panel clear of obstructions to allow for easy access and ventilation. Over time, circuit breakers can weaken and become less reliable. Consider replacing older breakers with new ones to ensure optimal protection. Surge protectors can help protect your electrical panel and connected devices from power surges, which can damage sensitive electronics. Consider installing a whole house surge protector at the panel for comprehensive protection. If you notice any unusual smells, sounds, or flickering lights, investigate promptly and consult with an electrician if needed. Ignoring these warning signs can lead to more serious problems. Adding new circuits to an existing panel requires careful planning and adherence to electrical codes. Consult with an electrician to determine if your panel has the capacity to handle the additional load and to ensure the new circuits are installed safely. A well-maintained and properly functioning electrical panel is essential for the safety and reliability of your electrical system. By following these tips and working with a qualified electrician when needed, you can ensure that your panel provides years of trouble-free service. When dealing with electricity, remember safety first. Always prioritize safety when working with or around electrical equipment. Never take risks or cut corners, as even minor mistakes can have serious consequences. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work, always consult with a qualified electrician. Consider these points. Firstly, understand the basic function of the electrical panel as a distribution point for power. Secondly, recognize the importance of circuit breakers in protecting circuits from overloads. Thirdly, emphasize the need for regular inspections and maintenance to ensure safe operation. Fourthly, stress the importance of hiring a qualified electrician for any work beyond basic visual inspections. And fifthly, underscore the dangers of working with electricity and the need to always prioritize safety.